48 Rebellion and Loyalty. March 21, 1944. My German friends. You are living in a conflict that is more difficult to bear than much of the difficulty that touches you daily. I mean the conflict between your knowledge about Germany's approaching catastrophe and your sense of duty. You know that the war is lost, but you don't allow yourselves to act as if you know it. You are pulled back and forth between rebellion against Germany's rulers and the feeling that drives you to continue to serve them. First, I want to stress that every German senses it. Today, that Germany has lost the war, but there are different forms of this feeling. The first group are those who know it because they have knowledge of the military situation, the military leaders and the upper strata of National Socialism. They know that the war is lost militarily. That isn't a question of foresight, but rather a question of simple calculation. The German military personnel are good at arithmetic. They have long since calculated when the numbers and material of others will be so great that they can suppress any resistance. They know that, but they don't say it, because if they were to say it, their days would be numbered. There is a second group in Germany that knows about the coming defeat. They are those whose mind tells them that the catastrophe is unavoidable, but they don't dare admit it to themselves. Their feelings are fighting with their reason. It is what they normally call the head in the sand policy. They listen to the words of hope that come from the mouths of the Nazis and in which the Nazis themselves do not believe. Feelings suppress the better judgment, and so they continue to dream, although they have long ago awakened. There is still a third group in the German nation who truly don't know that catastrophe is at hand. Their thinking is not sharp enough to be perceptive. They believe what the newspaper or radio tells them. They have not yet awakened. When the awakening comes, it will be frightful for them, much worse than for the other two groups. When we keep these three groups in view, it is not difficult to say why the German people go on fighting today. The Nazi powers have to go on fighting because every day in which it continues is a day that they add to their rule. They have to go on fighting, although they know that at the end of this battle stands their destruction. But most important are the broad masses of those who know and yet don't want to know. To them it should be said, stop pursuing this desperate game. You have the feeling that you must go on fighting out of loyalty to Germany. You know that the Nazis have led Germany into ruin, but you feel bound to them because you believe that Germany's destiny is bound to them. Why then do you support them? What sort of responsibility do you have? A responsibility for Germany? Undoubtedly. But that surely means a responsibility over against the Nazis. It is your responsibility to get rid of the Nazis for the sake of Germany. There is no loyalty toward those who knowingly allow German people to bleed to death for the sake of their power. Give up this war. It is no longer yours. It is no longer Germany's war. It is the Nazis' war. Their war alone, and Germany, and you, my German friends, are their instruments and their victims.